All right, with that, let's bring on Stuart Holden now of the Houston Dynamo, their midfielder, coming off an outstanding 1-0 win against Chicago. And, boy, that one had to feel pretty good, Stuart.
Yeah, and, Chicago have been doing well, and up until their loss before we played them, undefeated. And, Toyota Park's been a tough place to play, although, the 3 times that we've played there, we've actually gotten victories. So, although we know we didn't play some of our best stuff, I think, it was a good performance in the fact that, we held on to a win, we defended well, and we came away with 3 points. So, the mood in the locker room after the game was fantastic.
Dynamo midfielder Stuart Holden joining us here. If you saw the goal in the 4th minute, it was a thing of beauty, knifing into the penalty area after a long ball from Andrew Hainault towards the corner flag. Kai Kamara found a streaking Stuart Holden. And tell you what, you were a man on the move there, and guys were basically standing still, and it was timed perfectly.
Yeah, I saw Kai taking on C.J. Brown in the corner and did a couple step overs and, kind of just waited a little bit until he picked his head up and, we made good eye contact and, he played a great ball where all I had to do really was just touch it over to John Bush, who kind of came out, and I saw him coming out and just managed to, dink it over him and into the net. And it's, it's a great feeling to go on the road and go up 1-0 after 4 minutes. And, and for us to be able to hold on to that lead was a great performance.
Is there ever a mindset that says when we're on the road, hey, let's come out here pretty sharp and maybe try and catch a home team early like you did?
Yeah, well, Dom's been one that's stressed to us every time before we go on road trips, whether it's in the locker room and we're doing a meeting with some video on them, is that, we never go on the road to try and get a tie. We always go with the mentality that we're going to attack and we're going to take it to them from the first minute, and we're not going to sit back like, some teams have done to us in the past at Robertson Stadium. I think, teams in the past have kind of been happy with getting a result, and at our place, just a tie. And, we go on the road and we try and win every game we're in. So we come out with the mentality of attacking, and I think we got on them early. Andrew played a good ball in behind, and Kai did well. And next thing you know, we're up 1-0 on the road. So it's always good to start like that. And once again, to come away and finish that game off was another thing that we did well.
All right, let's go back to road mentality. Who are the teams in Major League Soccer that you think truly go on the road and open up and try to play and try to win 3 points?
I think when New England came here last 2 years, they actually did. I think they beat us both times, and Chicago actually, they came and played last time. It's always nice when teams come and try and play at your place because it gives us more space in behind. Whereas I think New York, when they came into town this year, they just sat back and defended quite a bit, and and it was tough to break them down. And it's not pretty soccer, and I think you see it a lot in CONCACAF with the U.S. when they go, when they have teams come in, like Costa Rica, for example, or, some of those other teams, they sit back and they're happy to get a point, and then they want to beat you at home. So it is tough, and you have to be patient, and you have to take your chances when they come, and I think that's something we've done pretty well this year.
Dynamo midfielder Stuart Holden, outstanding performance. Two-way midfielder, let's face it, he's going box-to-box against Chicago on Friday night. Dynamo will turn it around against Chivas USA this Wednesday, then a road game up at FC Dallas. Well, I look at that time period in the game, maybe the 20th minute on, and it was the most unsettled, I think, and pressure that I think I've seen a Dynamo team under this year, and you guys fought through it. Yeah,
I'll agree with that because I think, Chicago maybe had a couple, we made a couple mistakes. They got in behind once or twice. Niarco had a good chance when, Bobby misplayed a ball and it got in behind, and Pat did well to come out and cover. And I think that gave them a little bit of confidence, and they started knocking it around, and we were maybe giving them a little too much time in midfield where they were kind of picking it up. They had, their wide players, Papa and Rolf, like to drift in from out wide and kind of pick it up in the middle, and it took us a little bit to adjust to that. And once a team starts playing with confidence and they have a couple chances, then, the momentum swings their way a little bit, and then we start panicking. And so, the last 10, 15 minutes of the first half, I think we were happy to kind of get into the locker room and regroup a little bit. And we came out in the second half, and I think second half we're a lot more, sound, and I don't think they had a really good chance until towards the end of the game.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. A couple more questions for Stuart Holden. And Thomas Rongen, the under-20 national team coach, who Stuart's got a connection to. Yeah. TR will be on the show. We'll talk to him a little bit. So we go to break here. Another pair of tickets. Dynamo Chivas USA, 713-212-3399. I'm giving them out tonight. We're benevolent here. Dynamo organization. We're benevolent. 713-212-3399. Another pair of Dynamo tickets for Wednesday night. Dynamo, Chivas USA at Robertson.
Haven't changed, had much to say, but man, I still think them cats are crazy.